So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, guys. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger I fear in his training.
odd random stream during the week. And I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly miss the buttons with special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. So we're not crashing at right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Kaboom! Greetings, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're getting there thick and fast. Is it Thursday? Is it Thursday? Yes. We're getting there thick and... I have to check. Can you believe it? We're getting there thick and fast. Thick and fast, folks. I hope you can all hear me. There was an update of Microsoft Flight Simulator there yesterday. And the levels look okay. Everything looks fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. Everything will be just fine. Today we're flying the A330. This is the Headwinds A330. And yes, have you got all the stuff and things there already up on the top of the screen? Yes, we do. Now the time's up above there, up above here. The time here, because we're not using real world time, there may be a mismatch, but this time should be pretty much on board here, the flight time to go. So everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Let's have a look at the chat and see who's here. On Twitch, we've got G Cook Scotland. Hey ho, how are you, G Cook Scotland? I'm not too bad. I'm just a little bit hesitant because we don't know what's going to happen here, because I've flown this maybe twice before, and they've made some changes, do you know? But it is free. It's on flightsim.to, and it's the Headwind A330 900, whatever that means. Little bit, a few differences in the cockpit they've done. I mean, the armrests are different. Okay, big deal. This bit over here seems different, you know. So some things are different, but I have a feeling it doesn't really do vertical nav. It does, but it doesn't give you some. I'll explain it away. Now, it's not a big deal, really, but it's pretty much the same as the Airbus A3, because I flew quickly last night, so I wouldn't make an ass out of myself. A quick flight, some of you may have seen me been on, but it's, you know, Airbus is an Airbus, isn't it? But this is a big one. Oh, wind. God. Yeah, look at that. That's the A330. That is the A330. That is a little... Aww. Is that little Airbus or 737? That's an Airbus beside me. So there's the Airbus A310 beside me. And there's my big monster, the A330. That's the size different, folks. Quite a big difference in size, no? Yes, it is a massive difference in size. Look how small this little one is. That is an Airbus. Is that a 737? How can you tell? It's very difficult to tell. Is there any... Oh yeah, I know. The doors. The doors underneath. Yeah, that's an Airbus, because it's got little doors underneath. Or is it? They look funny doors. Is that like the... Anyway, Airbus has doors. The 737 does not have doors for the gear. So that's one way of telling. So it's a big monster. And Buttons has kicked off, folks. Buttons has kicked off. As always, the minute I start the stream, you know it, I know it, Buttons knows it, we all know it. Let's see if we can get that cam there. There she is there, looking for stuff and things. So we'll give Buttons a treat. I've cleverly had it in my pocket. She knew something was up. Now, producer Buttons, I'll get this out of my pocket. Wait, hang on. Just say hello to everyone first. Oh no, I don't want to tease the dog either. Come over here, Buttons. No, wait, hang on. No, here you go. There you go, producer Buttons. First item off the I was going to say first item off the checklist. The first item off the checklist is producer Buttons is appeased. Is that a 747 there again beside? So that's what we're flying, Air Portugal for some reason. Yeah. Madeira is a paid airport. Very nice. I bought it quite a while ago. We haven't flown here. I think we've flown here once. Was it two here? We arrived here, I think. We may have done something like this trip once, but I think it was a reverse. But not in the A380, do you know? Not in the A380, sir, no. There's a little van going. Very detailed, as you would expect. Nothing in the tower. We can't hop into the tower, I'm afraid. Oh, we kind of can. Oh, we can. Oh, we can't. It's kind of... I can't go down anymore. So they go. Storms are afoot. There you go. So it looks well from outside. Not that we'll be staring there all day. There's Brussels Airlines. That's another Airbus. Very nice. Stunning. And there's us, the big beast, folks. Now, we may not have the... Do we have the runway? Is the question, before I go into the comments. Let's... do we have the runway length for this? Come on! Sorry, I want to speed up the camera and I have to activate the other window. There we go. We'll get some speed up there. You know, we'll do our best. Didn't really plan the length of the runway for this one. But there we go. Everything seems to be running nice and smoothly now, folks. I put my trees down to low, by the way. You know, and they look fine. What's wrong with those trees? That'll give you... I did notice straight away, just to tell you, just as a tip here, okay? You might get 1 or 2 frames a second. I'm getting 1 or 2, maybe 4. You know, with the low trees. But it depends how many are around, isn't it? There we go. I don't see any trees blowing in the wind, though. They used to blow in the wind. Maybe because I've decreased... maybe because I've I'm really wrecking your eyes now. Sorry, that's way too fast in the camera. Let's reset the cam. Something a bit normal. There we go. And let's hop into the cockpit. No, let's not lock up into the cockpit, because what we got to do is we got to get our flight plan organised. Okay. So let's get our flight plan organised. Let's get a bit of view each here. There we go. We'll leave it like that for the moment. We get rid of the cam here. I just position for takeoff, so you can see what I'm doing with the controls. And we remove that cam there for eye candy, and I'll say hello to the comments. On Twitch, also along with G Cook Scotland, we got Lonely Reaper. He says, "Hey, Gripper Sim and G Cook Scotland, how are we? We're not too bad. I hope you're doing better today, Lonely Reaper. You had computer problems. And hello to buttons, of course. You didn't forget buttons. No one forgets producing buttons. You know. Is that the A320 Gripper Sim? It's actually from flightsim.to. I thought I'd give it a shot. I watched a video of a real live Airbus pilot, the A320, and he was kind of going, "No, it's okay. You know, it's not too bad. You know." But we will have a high fidelity one coming out at some point, I've no doubt. So it's an A330. Have I spelled that correctly on the comments? Yeah, A330. Headwind A330. Those are the developers. My CRJ looks tiny next to you. Where's your CRJ? Why can't I see your CRJ? Oh, there you are. Yes. There is the CRJ, and that is G Cook Scotland in the CRJ. There you go. Very nice. Now, hang on. I thought I had the CRJ in my library. I don't know what's going on there. Is that a CRJ? I don't think so. Is it? Okay, where were we? I was reading the comments. Okay, so greetings all to Johnny F as well. And over to YouTube then. On YouTube for you, Clappy D. Clappy D, our honoured moderator. Big Sky Ride, morning to you. Lordy Reaper's with us there as well. And Lordy Reaper, how are you? Shady's with us as well. You're just asking how each other is doing, which is nice. Shady says, Evie Gripper and Producer Buttons. By the way, did you know that yesterday's departure doesn't exist for mere mortals? It was sprayware only. I know, and I'm furious about that. It was too late. After I took off, everyone says, "We can't find the airport. Where, what?" Ooh, so it was my mistake. It's my mistake, Shady. I made a boo-boo. I don't know why they don't have it. Do you know? I paid for it. Now I can't really use it. So there you go. Turkey's a no-no. Big Sky Ride's with us as well. Have a headache. Been practicing all week with my racing tournament on the 28th. A racing tournament on the 28th? What is this, Big Sky Ride? Inform us. Expand on your reasoning there. That sounds interesting. I've been practicing all week for my racing tournament. Is that to do with the Microsoft Flight Simulator racing thing? Let me know, Big Sky Ride. Let us know. We're curious now. Everyone's curious, including Producer Buttons. Shady says, "Hi, mortals." Ghost Rider, good evening. Gripper, thank you, Ghost Rider. I appreciate it. Copy D says, "Gripper, is there an option on Fly Life Studio for distance to go? It will remove my dependence on maths equations." One day I'll change this. You know, this must be something else there. No, I can't see one. That's not a bad idea. No, I can say flight. Maybe I can. I do have to change that and put the logo on it and everything. In all fairness, I do have to play with this. I just learned it that day, and I said I better put that up, and I'll get to it again as usual. and I'll dollar it up, you know. So there must be a distance to go. DTG. So I will play with it. I'll do what I can. But I think there was another one. I can't remember what it's called now. But I will do that. Yes, distance to go would be nice, because the times don't match up if I don't, you know, it just says time to go. But I'll give you distance to go when I get to it, and I will. So there you go. Thank you for asking, by the way. Thank you very much, because that's a good suggestion, no doubt. Ian Bevington is with us as well. All. Ghostwriter says, was Istanbul last night from a paid airport because my world map could not find it or load it. No, I'm sorry, that's my fault, Ghostwriter. Again, that's my fault, all of it. I take full responsibility. I just assumed there'd be an airport there, you know, like there'd be a standard one, and there wasn't anything, which is bizarre. What is wrong with you, Microsoft Flight Simulator? Nothing's wrong with them, they're just overloaded, I guess. Look at the way the sun has come out now, look. And the way, that's just bizarre. Chatting amongst each other. Big Sky Ride says, ACC Racing Simulator Tournament. ACC, what's ACC? More questions, what's ACC? ACC Simulator. ACC Simulator. What is this you speak of? Oh, okay, it's a flight sim. Asta Corso. Assetto Corso. I can't pronounce it. Interesting. And what, did you get anything if you win by Skyride? Is there prizes? You know? Okay, let's get to the flight sim. Let us begin the planning. Where are you? Where? I had it open there. I had that open. I had SimBrief open there, and it just disappeared. I probably closed it down like a, you know. Okay. Here we go. I had it all nice and neat and ready, so I just had to click one button, but that doesn't always work. Okay, new flight. Oh God, Big Sky Ride says $100,000 USD. And Big Sky Ride, I presume you have to be like 17 to have the reactions to win that, or is that the same with racing games? I don't know. Interesting. Can you win competitions? Oh God, don't get me started. And let's start doing flight sim racing. Or not flight sim racing, but car racing. Another rig. And I'm having problems enough with... No, not problems with this, but I was thinking about it. You know, these racing games and stuff. I think you have to have the reactions of... Or do you know? So there we go. Departure, arrival. Don't forget to put in... Now up here I put in the actual... The Neo, the 900. I put that one in there. Just because it says Gripper Sim, and I just changed the registration, not that it matters. So now, there's our flight sim. I'm going to put on 90 minutes for reserve fuel, if it'll take it, I don't know. And then there's our route here. So going from, is that Portugal? Yes it is. I chose the right livery then. Portugal to Madeira. About an hour and a bit. About an hour. Let's see, I'll tell you now on the way. Okay, I think I'm happy with all that now. Let's hope to God we get a Sydney Star. Because I didn't check this. No, check it. Okay. Now let's have a look and see what it says. Yes, we do. I'm pleased. Preparing to write some things down. Put one pen up there. I got pens everywhere. So, you know, a pilot without a pen is in trouble. We are leaving Faro at runway 28. Our SID for Faro is November Alpha Romeo Tango Alpha 7 uniform, and our arrival into Madeira is Lima India Delta Romeo Oscar 1 Papa. And we're coming into runway 05. Happy days. Hopefully it's annoying us. And our altitude 37,000 feet. Really? Flight level 37. 370, should I say. Good. Happy days. That's all that done. Do you want me to copy and paste that in? Will I do that for y'all? Okay, I'll do that for y'all. Control copy. And we put it into YouTube here. Boom. Now, I always pick the first one, as you know, for each flight plan, so you don't really have to use this. You can just go into flightsim.to. There we go. And there we go, folks. Good Europe says, I thought that the CRJ was one of the standard airplanes. Or is it one of the ones from Deluxe or Premium Deluxe pack? Yeah, I don't know. I think I bought the CRJ. What's going on with this guy here reversing? What's going on here? What the deuce? What the deuce, folks? Let's tag up. It's not tagging up on me. It ain't tagging up for me. Now, he may not see that there's an aircraft there. He's just getting out of my way, which is very polite. We've got with us on the North European server, we've got Raptor X. Thanks Raptor X for joining, and to Ghost Rider and to G Cook Scotland for joining. And also thanks to... Oh, I can't see you. We'll see you on the way, folks. Do you know? We'll see you all on the way. Let's... to save us going into Navigraph. Let's just get orientated here. Runway 28 is up here. So we're going to taxi up this way. Very nice. Is there a windsock here? Oh yeah, that's very well hidden. The windsock all the way. No, that's not even a windsock. There's no windsock here. How much should I pay for this? They all have windsocks in airports. I can't see a windsock. I'm displeased. Okay, let's let her down then for eye candy purposes, and let us go to the cockpit. Let's go to the cockpit, folks. Let's get things and stuff started. Just like the Airbus A320, folks. Really. There's a few things that it doesn't have. Battery 1 and 2 on. Let's do external power. Yeah, we have external power. Very nice sounds. And let's get the emergency exits armed here. Let's put the no smoking sign and the safety belt sign here. Oh, itchy. Excuse me. Let's get the APU started. 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. Let's put the strobe onto auto. Let's put the beacon light on. Let's put the
arm doors and cross check.
Oh, very nice. Very fancy. INS. The gyros. Oh, I'm taking the. Oh, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Should be instant. You can set it to instant in the little headwinds pad here. Let's import the weather from SimBrief. Good. Now, wait, I should follow the checklist. Just so I don't forget anything. Just follow a little bit of following the checklist strokes. Interestingly enough, that the fuel pump's already on. Oh, they don't. Let's put them on now to save ourselves some time. That's all up there for now, and crew oxygen supply. Very nice. Let's get, let's see about our mass balance here. There is our flight plan. It has Navigraph. Okay. It has Navigraph now with the iPad. I don't know if it had it before, I can't remember. Where's our flight plan here? Those are the flight levels. There it is. That's flight plan. 2805. Very nice. So that's kind of handy. You know? Overview? Oh, very nice. Okay. Overview. Yeah, fine. Okay. Great, great, great. Let us then go. So that was there. I go down one by one. Let's go for the top first. Okay, so the top we got all our weather. It does have a little thing here. Import. I just imported it again. So that's all nice. You can pin charts and stuff. That's all Navigraph stuff there. Can we get the chart for Madeira up though? No, that's not Navigraph what we're talking about. That's our flight plan there from SimBrief. This is our doors, etc. There's our calculator there. Oh, that's for the top of descent. Okay, I forgot about this. Don't let me forget it again. Because it doesn't tell you when your top of descent is. Here we can figure it out here. Okay, so I'm going to remember that. That's Navigraph here. So let's get up to plate 4. Where do I put it in here? No airport select. Okay, let me select one. Oh, here we go. Lima, Papa, Foxtrot, Romeo. Oh, what? That was... What? My mouse is gone. What the hell was that? Oh, sorry folks, excuse me. I don't know what happened there. Faro. Yes. 2. Oh, it has 2. 2 Madeira. Oh, great. It has it there already. Okay. Okay. That's quite good. That is quite good. So you get the from 2 and you've got your alternate there as well. That's very clever. So it's loaded that in SimBrief. So let's look at the approach. Just to get the transition attitude, folks. Transition attitude is 4,000 feet here. Trans 4,000 feet. Transition. Okay. That's all I need to know there. So let's just put that on to... we're coming into runway 05. Oh, right. Okay. 05. Visual approach. Of course it is. Now I remember from way back, it's visual approach, isn't it? Must be there's no ILS there. Is there no ILS for 05, folks? Or at all? No. Okay. That'll be interesting. So stick around. I don't have the VATSIM thing. That's very nice. Also, it has failures. But flight simulation on the failures isn't yet guaranteed. Okay. Fair enough. It's free work in progress. A checklist. And we got some stuff. So you can have your lighting presets here. So I'm going to load mine here. There we go. And that's very handy. So I don't have to go flicking all the switches for all the lights all over the place. So I just load it up. That's nice. I wish you would do it by default though. Can you do it by default? Probably. Yes. There we go. Look. So you can have it by default. I just called it chain there. Enable automatic loading of the lighting presets. Yes. There we go. So that's kind. And you can have one for day, dawn, dusk, and night. So that's nice. Just put your preset in there, and that's fine. Now, okay, mass balance. Calculator must be there. Calculator, come on. No. That's what I had before. Okay, let's just get with the program here. Let's go to init down here. Everything's loaded up. Yep. Init request, just like in the Phoenix. There we go. Flight number 1. We're going to do one flight today, folks. Unless I get a mood on me. I doubt it though. It's a longish. We'll see how we go. I'm not planning on doing a turnaround, but we'll see. I don't think so. It's a bit of a long flight. Madeira is a very interesting runway. It's kind of built on the side of a cliff on an island. It's actually a very interesting runway if you haven't seen it before. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's go to init page 2. 0 fuel weight and center of gravity. Yeah, you see, double click it and it takes it from the flight plan. You know, that's nice. Planned fuel. Confirm block. Great. -2. What does that mean? -2. That confuses me. Let's see what fuel we have on board. That's a little bit disconcerting, isn't it? How can you have minus fuel? Where's all the trucks and things? Oh, here we go. Pushback fuel. That's tons of fuel on board. Payload. Let's load up some passengers then, shall we? Well, we can download that in SimBrief as well. Look at the little cloud. Very nice. Very nice. So we can load it instant, and I have it instant here. That's very nice. Little bit out of center of, you know, a little bit of trouble here. Maybe 431 passengers. Let's go to 400 and see what happens. See the fuel. Have I overloaded the aircraft? Well, let's leave it like that for shits and giggles, shall we? A little bit of drama is of no consequence. A little bit of drama. A little bit on the edge, I think, with regards to mass and balance. There's a pushback. We'll need that later. Okay. Next is performance. So I've done in it page 1 and page 2. That's fine. Let's go to performance and departure. So we need our V-speeds. Will it do it here? Now, this is something I tried last night, and I couldn't get my V-speed. Or could I? Could I? Services, fuel, payload. Okay, let me just remember what I did last night. That has nothing to do with it. Where is the mass and balance? Which one was for the mass and balance? That's Naviggraph. That's the calculator. But that's only top of descent and landing. Where is the rest? Where is the rest? Where is our takeoff? And V-speeds. Don't make me make it up. I don't think I found this yesterday. I think I had a bit of problem I was on late last night. Just trying to make sure. That's just the flight plan though. Overview? No. Does anybody know here? Let me have a look. If you look similar to fly-by-wire, remember to hit the play button. Oh, took some fuel off. That's what the minus was for. Let's go back to init. Page 2. I don't know. That's just outside my scope at the moment. Okay, so hit the play button. Right. Yes. So what it does then, it loads the fuel down from SimBrief, and you have to hit the play button to actually activate it. Okay. Okay. Now, where is my V-speeds calculation, please? Where is it? Why do I not have... I should stop putting on that accent, please. Where is... Johnny F sounds about right. Ah, if you look similar to... Okay, I read that. Okay. Big Sky Ride. We all have to pray for Big... Not pray, but... egg on or cheer on Big Sky Ride and hope he wins his $100,000 USD in that racing sim. Interesting. Interesting. Talk about that in the way, hopefully, in the cruise. Jenny F said, where's my V-speed? So nobody knows. I saw it here. I'm sure I picked it up here, and I don't know where I got it from. Is there something else I have to do before I get my V-speeds in there? And the trim settings and the flex temp and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they haven't implemented it yet. Oh. Oh, Roman Hennings 240. 280. Try 6. Have I missed that? See, the calculator is grayed out. So I'll run myself, but just put, I'm just going to put 0 in there, right? And just see runway length. Let's go to Navigaph then. Let's go to Navigaph for a while then, folks. I just like to use the PC, it's so much easier, so I don't have windows all over the shop. LPFR. Faro in Portugal. Porto. Let's get taxi here. There is one with the runway length in it. I know there is somewhere here. Please give me the runway length, please. 2,490 meters. Why won't you give me my mouse back? That's unusual. Isn't that strange, folks? Isn't that odd? It's just frozen. Yeah, it's completely frozen. With regards to my mouse for some reason. That is a little bit disconcerting. Now it's back. Oh dear. 3,490. Oh, I just put 3,400 there. That's when we come in though. I'm just playing with this here. I don't know. 160 maybe. I don't know what the approach speed is of the Airbus. I just want to get it to kind of half work for me. Is there something I've left out here? It would be nice if they just kind of read something out. You know, 0.0 maybe. If I missed something out here. Wind, temperature, QNH, runway elevation, runway heading. Oh, this is slowing me down, kiddo. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's filled in. Everything's filled in there, fix. Medium. No. I don't know what's going on there. I was actually looking for something else. We'll do this in the way, okay? How about that? So I don't know about the V-speeds, folks. I'm going to have to make them up, which is very disconcerting. I just thought somebody may know in the comments there. But no worries. Oh, no new Ripper, you're displaying on both. Very clever. How do you do that? Both on Twitch and YouTube, your comments are coming out. Okay, so let's just make up the V-speeds there. That's kind of annoying. It's just a bit of gap there, probably me. So let's go to performance there. And V-speeds, what is they generally? We go, it's very important, you know. It's big wings, isn't it? 145 V1. V-rotate 150. And V2 155. Flaps 1 and down 0.0 we put in here. Flex tap, it didn't give it. Oh damn. Flaps 1 slash DN 0.1 we'll say. Flex tap, I'm gonna go 58. That's all we could do. It's not going to be. It's. I don't know. What a pity. Double click V1 button and see if it's like the flight bar wire. Yeah, I tried that. Thank you, Clappy D. I tried that. Double click it. Look. Oh, I didn't do it quick enough. 116. Look at that. Click, click. You got to be really quick though. And then twice. So click, click. Wait, and then there it has it. Thank you, Clappy D. You are a hero of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, Clappy D is no doubt about it, is hero of the day. Clappy D, thank you very much for that, Clappy D. Yeah. Well done, Clappy D. Clappy D. Thank you very much, Clappy D. I should do that every time someone helps. I think I do that every time someone helps. Nicely done, Clappy D. Well done. Hero of the day. Lord Uber says, good luck, Ripper. It's because I'm typing into both separately. Ah, okay. Don't worry, I look at both of them, Lonely Reaper. I look, because I have them right side by side to each other, the two shots. So there's that done. So everything's fine. Everything will be fine. Relax. Take it easy. Now, flight plan. God, that took a while. We're leaving from here. Okay, we'll sort out the stuff there. Departure. We're going to depart on runway 28. We're going to arrive into Nart. I'm just making up the name here. Oh, no, it was up there. Nart 7 uniform. That's it. There we go. Insert. And we're going to arrive into the SID to runway 05. What a bummer. I don't like the Ornoff. I don't know why. But it went well the last time. And we're going to use lid something or another. Let's look for lid first though. LID. Lid or IP. Oh, that says this flight's going to go great. Lid rip. Lib rest in peace. I don't know what these are, but let's do that. Insert. I'm not very good at transitions. Okay, let's check that out there. Right. Plan. 20 miles out. Oh, there's nothing there. Okay, we have an issue straight away. There's nothing showing up there. This is not what happened yesterday. Maybe it does not. Maybe I didn't put my departure on. Departure. 10. No, sorry, 28. And we were using departure NA, or is it M? It's November. Alpha Romeo Tango 7 uniform. This one? Yeah, I don't think I actually inserted it. No. Let's see what it says here when we go back up. Nothing's joined together there. There is a flight plan discontinuity here. Let's get rid of him. This didn't happen to me yesterday. It's an easy enough flight, folks. It's not giving anything joined. No, none of the dots are joined. I don't get it. It's all broken up, folks. This is not what I ascertained to have happen. This is not the way it should be. So what have I done? Incorrectly. Bugger. Anyone have any ideas why that is? That is most bizarre. This is something I have not come across ever. No speeds. I said to myself, gripper sim. Because yesterday was so messy with the A310. Well, it wasn't so messy. It's just, you know, maybe I'll just go back to the A320. So we're having massive problems this time. I don't know what's going on here, folks. Is there something not done? Let's go to init here. Oh, flex temp is minus 52. Great. Oh no, that's just the temperature, you dummy. 37,000 feet. I'm a bit concerned about that. Do you know? That's a little bit disconcerting. It's 37,000 feet. Hopefully now in the comments it'll kind of. So that's not right. We're gonna go nowhere. It's just gonna disconnect. Do you know? We've done this flight many times before, and that is not right. Anyone any ideas? No one any ideas yet. Okay, so I don't have to come out and back in again, because I'm tempted to come out and come back in again. Do you know? IRS are all aligned and everything. Do you know? Is there something I haven't got on here? Is there something I miss here? What a disappointment. I'm lost for words now. That's for arrival. There's nothing unusual here though. I don't know, is that incept there? It looks all okay. But the dots ain't joining, folks. It's just a little big maybe if I come out of that mode there and come back in. No, nothing. I'm stuck. I'm kind of stuck here, folks. I'm kind of stuck. Something missing here. IRS in it, maybe? I am very, very perplexed here. Very. So there's those waypoints there, but they're not joining up, folks. Tell you what we'll do. We're going to take off. Okay? It's going to disconnect. And I'm going to go direct to Madeira. And we'll play with it on the way. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be, I don't know what's going on here with that. That is most peculiar, isn't it? That is most peculiar. Okay, so APU is on. We'll get rid of the external power now. Beacon light is on. Safety belt signs are on. No smoking and laptops are on. And let's get these engines started and get out of here and see how we go. I'm very tempted to come out of the stream and back in again. What happened when you got ARC flight plan? Brendan Beery says on YouTube. This, see if I go to ARC here. Sorry, I missed a comment there. I sort of said someone thought they had an answer there. The problem is, right? The problem is here. It's not. If I go to ARC mode here, or plan mode, it's not joining up anything. See that? It is the approach there. If worst comes to worst, I can go direct. I don't have to come out and reset it again, right? It's at MA526. Go there. But I don't know why it's not joining the dots effectively, right? So if you see here, all the dots aren't joined, and if I go up here, go to flight plan, see, nothing, no dots. It's not lined up, do you know? But maybe it's just a little bit of a bug, and it'll kick off when we start flying. That's what I'm hoping for. So if you have an answer for that, let me know. Let's go to ARC. Get our constraints on. So we'll have to hope for the best, folks. After NATAR, it's just NATAR, direct Lindo, and then into the star. Yeah, but it should just have the lines there. I should see the lines in green. Do you know? But let's see what happens. Look, I might learn something new when the shit hits the fan, which is what usually happens, isn't it? So let's let the shit hit the fan. Let's let the shit hit the fan, because this flew very well yesterday. Do you know? Pushback. I look for fixes. There's a fix in the way in the taxi. We'll look at it, okay? We'll sort it out. Okay, so we're all clean and all the doors are closed. Let's get pushback, please. Pushback. Brakes are off. And parking brake is off. No, oh, it does it for you there. Okay, very nice. I would like to plan the pushback, but I don't think it lets you do that, does it? So, oh. Call the truck. Why can't I push back? Come on. This worked so well last night. I was it for ages. Oh yeah, okay. I have to switch the old system on. Push me back, please. Push me back. Here we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your round babies in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under
Greetings, flight midges. This evening, folks. What runway are we landing at? We're landing at runway 205 in Madeira. We're taking off at runway 28 in Faro.
Laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements are
and the A330.
Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicate levels are high for those of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is provided to ensure your personal
if anyone has an answer to what's happening to me there, let me know.
Arrival. Those of you who are mentally compromised will also be offered alcohol, but smoking e-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reason.
Damn you.
Thank you for choosing Reaper Sim for your flight, and we hope you enjoy
That's
this
the wrong
journey
way.
with us.
That's the wrong way. All good. We might get some music on, folks. What do you say? I'm a bit quiet now at the beginning, at the startup, I noticed, because I'm trying to figure out in my mind while we're doing all this why that flight plan, why the dots aren't joined, basically. They ain't joined. They ain't joined. Stop the plug, please. Parking brake back on and detach the tug. And let's get engine number 2 started. Engine number 2 and to start. I did not do that. Engine number 2 to start. Why are the flaps all the way? Oh, that's that's no fault. Let's leave those up. Engine number 2 is kicking off. Is it? Is it? It is not. Do you know why it isn't kicking off? Because I didn't put the APU bleed on. APU bleed on. That was the APU generator. That's not to be pressed. I just want to see if you're all on top of things. And you didn't catch me there. It says APU there, you see. So click. APU bleed is here. It's here. Not there, you see. I was just seeing if you're paying attention. And some of you I noticed weren't paying attention. You didn't stop the madness. Now we can reset. We're going to have to reset this now. Now we can start engine number 2. There we go. Hang on, right? This is number 2. And correct me if I'm wrong here. Right? This is number 2. So logically speaking, as I look up, is this not engine number 2 here? Why is this engine kicking off? Is that not a little bit of a strange... What have I done here? Maybe this is loaded funny. Oh, no. I see what happened here. My buttons are not... oh, I switched them off. They were both on. Okay, let's just put them both on. Okay, major brain fart. Major brain fart. Okay, I'll take it on the chin. I'm taking it on the chin. That was so stupid. Down is off. Down is off. I had them switched off to begin with because I didn't reset them last night. So both engines were switched off, and then I went to switch them. Look, that's because I didn't do my checks for all the stuff. Let's make sure we got. Oh God, everything's getting very messy very quickly all of a sudden. Auto brake, we need that. That'll go on to max. There we go. Anti-skid is on. Let's arm our spoilers. Boom, and flaps set to 1 if you have hydraulics. It says reverse there. That's because my controls are slightly out. Just slightly out. It's all on there, Flying Michi. We sorted all that out now with the engines. They were actually switched off in my physical control, and I went to switch it on, and I just got messed up there. You know. I like the way you can have the throttle. To see the rudder trim here, although it doesn't animate the button on this one, but that little button here I can press on my thing. It sets it back to 0. I like that. Okay, so everything's good there. Air conditioning's come on. Both engines are available now. And let's switch off the APU bleed. Oh, yeah, APU bleed off, master off. There we go. Everything else is fine. There is Shady Sim taken off. He's going to do Orbis now. Wait first, probably. Oh! Bye! Bye, Shady Sim. You're not going to recover from that. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, you recovered. Now, okay, for those of you who've just come on, right, there might be an educated person on here. There may well be, right, because this is going to be an interesting flight. When I go, I've got my flight plan all done, right, but when I go into arc mode, or plan mode, right, you can see there's no green lines. They're not saying joining up. So if anyone knows why that is, let me know. See if I go bar here. They're all there, but there's nothing joining up, and I don't know why that is. It worked fine for me yesterday, although I didn't do this route. So if anyone knows why that is, I'm all ears. I'll have to go direct when we get in the air for that, because that's going to be a problem. And it could screw up. Everything could be screwed up. So there's something amiss here. Most certainly. Let's get our taxi lights on. When we turn off, we'll do. Taxi lights on. They should be off. We can put the ring light on for shits and giggles. Speaker's already on. Tug is now gone. And let's take the parker brake off. And let's get taxi. Flaps are set to 1 already. Let's go. Flaps 1 is set. Look at the size of that. Look at it. It's absolutely massive. That's Shady Sim. And Flying Midge there is about to roll. G Cook Scotland's behind us. There's Ian Barbara on Raptor X. Let's hop the cock before we crash into the terminal here. This is going to be one of those flights, folks. Okay, so auto brake set to max. Yeah, signs are on. Cabin check. Spoilers arm. Flaps to takeoff. Takeoff config test. Let's just test that again here. Predicted wind shear. It's now on. It's very slow in this one in turning. I notice it's very, very, very wide turning circle. So I'm going to come out. I'm going to take a left here. It's very hard to steer. wow. See what I mean? You need to be very slow you're taxiing there when you want to turn sharp. So you got to be very slow in the old taxi. I'm going to come to a halt here now, Cloppy D. Thank you. And start the recorder. See the way I've got to really slow down quite significantly to turn. I won't forget the recorder. I won't. I'm going to hold here now. We're going to get ready for departure. You got to center the rudder pedals way before you need to. If that, you know, you've got to be ahead of the taxiing. Somebody Phillips says, other than the exterior look of the plane, is there any difference between this and the fly-by-wire A320? It's heavier, right? I think they got more powerful engines. It carries a lot more passengers. There is some differences here. I noticed this here. Now it's a work in progress, and it's modelled off the A320 that came with the sim. So it is a work in progress because there are some things I know that are missing. It's like they haven't got PFD there, for example, you know. But this looks different to me, and the seats are a little bit different. You know, but all of this is the same. I believe all the most of the Airbuses. Well, see, the thing about the Airbuses is, some random Philip, is that it's continuity between one aircraft and another. That is to say, a pilot can fly most of them, or pretty much all of them, without much training, because the cockpits are all the same. You know, the C here, it's a little bit different here, and the actual type of levers here. What are the... See, I'm not an expert, you know, yet. So everything's the same. So if you can fly one, you can fly the other. The only difference here is I'm having difficulty is getting the, you know, the calculations for the V-speeds and stuff, but they kind of do that for you. So, you know, you just double-click in the init. But other than that, they're all the same. The Airbuses, apparently. That's what I'm told. I know someone who flies the Airbus and he's qualified to fly loads of them. And it's a great, you know. This thing that's happened to me has not happened to me yesterday. I don't know why that is. I'm just assuming it's me. But I don't think so. Right. Auto brake is set to max. I thought I set it to max. Oh, it won't do it there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Cabin check. Check with the cabin. Cabin lights are on. We got the emergency lights on? No. So they're on now. No, cabin still says check. I don't know what that means there with regards to the cabin. No smoking signs are actually off. No, they're on. So I'm not too sure about the cabin issue there. But I think we're good to go. We've got flaps one set and everything. Let's get the lights on before we get on there. Let's get the landing light. There's only one landing light in this one, which why would you have two for right and left? I don't know. Landing lights are on. Nose light to take off. Let's get our predicted wind shears already on. We've no weather radar. We're going to put it on TA and the transponder on.
Flight please prepare for takeoff.
Oh, I like that. When you put the transponder on there, it says please prepare for takeoff. I like that. Okay, parking brake off now. This is going to be a bizarre flight. It's going to go crazy, I'm guessing. Unless after takeoff it just kicks in, I don't know. Or maybe it's just not displaying the departure. I don't know, but we'll see how we go. Go left a little overhead. Here. See, my left is different to your left. Calls. Oh, calls. Calls. What does that do? All. Okay, that's from 1W Relad. Cabin. It's for the cabin. Cabin calls. Oh, thank you. And it's gone there now. Thank you very much. Cabin ready. So that's a symbol to say that get your asses in gear, girls and boys. You know, we're going. Okay, thank you very much for that. I've learned something now thanks to that's another person who stopped out today, and I'd like to thank I can't pronounce your name. Don't shoot me for it. 1W Red Lab. Wire lad, you're a hero of the day. Thank you very much. Wire lad also taught me something new today. Very nice. And also some random Phillips spotted that it's not on ARC. Come on, aircraft, come on. I know, it's not showing up in the flight plan. It's going to go crazy after takeoff. Right? It's going to go crazy after takeoff. So we're going to see what happens. I don't have a rough heading. What's a rough heading there? For about roughly a heading of 200. Let's just spawn on top of this guy here. I'm going to come to a halt here. Just before we go, see the size of this machine. It's quite big. There's Shady Sim waiting for us. There's Red Cap. There's Flying Mitch there. And we've got G Cook Scotland. Raptor X is the only one flying a jet, folks. Raptor X is the only one flying a jet, a big jet. Shady Sim is as well, but it says a 748. That's not flying like a 748. That looks really bizarre. Or maybe he is. He's just flying. He's just messing about. Okay, right. Let's go. Let's go. This is gonna be murderously. I just wanna. Don't wanna have to come out. Decluttering now. 50% power. And that's all good. And up to flex. Flex. Man flex. 58. Brake max. SRS. We got runway set to nav. And auto throttle is blue. V1. Rotate already. See, it's just. It probably got a lot of lift, this aircraft, when you think about it, right? There we go. Positive brake. Gear up. Oh, I forgot the recorder. Don't worry. It's really the landing we want, isn't it? Sorry about that, folks. But we do have the landing. Recording is started. Okay, let's just concentrate on the flying here. Started the recorder. A bit of a shallow takeoff there, I know. Flaps up. Autopilot on. Now let's see what this does. I ain't following nothing, folks. Just climb straight ahead. Climb lever set. Set to climb and set to climb. Okay, it's not following anything. Okay, so it's just, it must be a bug somewhere along the line because nothing's there. Okay, let's go direct. Let's go direct to we're spoiled by the Phoenix engine sounds. Not so, this was not so impressive. Let's go direct to, I said Larno, didn't I? What's this one? It's a bit closer to us. It's just gone crazy, folks. That was bizarre. Oh, now it's kicking off. We've got something there. No. Nartia. Direct to Nartia, I want it. There we go. Okay, so that's looking better. Okay, let's switch to standard of the QNH. Standard once, standard twice, standard twice. Very nice. So let's see how much it's joined up the dots. It's a terrible start because I was really impressed with these guys with the A330. I know I flew it ages ago, but they have updated it since. You know, and fair dues to them. Now let's go to plan mode and let's see what we get. Next waypoint. Okay, so now it seems to have filled in all the waypoints. Do you know what I mean? Now let's zoom in a little bit when we get closer to the airfield. So it's a straight in approach pretty much. Oh, there's a turn onto it, I think. Sorry folks, my mouse isn't doing what I wanted to do. So come down here and we turn in. So that's an advisory only, thankfully. It's not going to do anything because I've set it to, where are you? TA only, right? Got a traffic warning there. So it looks like we're okay. Now, there's the constraints there. That's good. That's good. Okay, so that's 10,000 feet there now, folks. Landing lights off. Those can come off straight away. That's safety belts. We release the passengers there now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may relax
We disarm
your
the
seatbelts and
speed brakes,
stand
the
around
ground spoilers,
We'll be passing
speed
out
brakes,
alcohol shortly. Please
and
order
speed brakes
more than
disarmed.
one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while left is due now to defecate is beyond us. Thank you.
Back to arc mode. So I'm pleased. It looks like this one, everyone else, all the people following us, are on the transponder here for the TCAS. They're on the TCAS, which is great. That is a big aeroplane, folks. Now, I thought the engine sounds with this were pretty good. Listen to this. That's from the front. Have a listen. See the way it changes? And maybe I didn't have them turned up enough in the cockpit. Let's have a look at the seats here. I love that sound. The wing flex in this is really good, by the way. There's G. Cook, Scotland and Red Cap. I did notice the wing flex is very good. So it does have cabin views, but not the whole cockpit. It just has that little box, just like the free one in Classic. See? But we have the window, which is nice. You can hear people talking. Control space. Now let's see where we are and where we're going. 505 miles. That's why I'm not doing 2 trips. But don't worry. Right, what does it says time to go there? 1 hour 21. We're going to shorten our trip. Right, we're going to shorten things. Things are going to happen. We are going to increase our speed now, folks. We're going to burn some fuel. We're going to get moving. We're going to increase our speed of the climb here now to 345 knots. Put it towards me. We're going to accelerate the shit out of it. There we are, accelerating now. Don't worry about the traffic because we accelerate. Oh no, we won't get that fast. 320, 330 maybe. 330. There we go. So we're going to increase our times. Prague says here our optimum is 37,000 feet. So we're going to 37. It says 37,500. Would you make it to 40,000 feet? 40,200 feet? I don't know. So we're gonna make up time. A lot of it too. So now I can have a look at the comments, folks. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hop outside. We're going to have a look at the comments. So I'm going to get rid of my face. There we go. My face is gone for the moment. Let's have a look and see what you guys think of this so far. But first I'm going to read the comments. Let's just get outside here. Anything else I have to do for checks? I don't think so. Let's do some cruise checks before I leave it. We've done the climate, okay? Climate checks are all done. Cruise checklist. Engine instruments monitor, yeah. Fuel quantity check, yeah. Radios are all set. Okay, we're going to do that in the cruise. Autopilot check, so that's done. Lights are always required. Agents information, we're going to do that for the approach. Radius anti-ice, don't need any anti-ice. Top of descent. Set TCAS to below. Okay, fine. Descent speeds, and then we're in the descent. Okay, so that's all fine. And we've done our takeoff checklist. And our cruise checklist is complete, folks. We have we're 17,600 feet. And we're as fast as we can go. There we go. Let's step back a little bit. let's step back there and here, let me have a look back. It's too small now, folks. There we go. Now I'm going to start Twitch first. So where I left off there, did I miss anybody there? I probably did, one or two. So the recorder's on. Robert Times earlier on said, have you cleared the INTC points? Not an Airbus expert though. What's the INTC points though, Robert? Do you mean there, and I have to learn all the Airbus acronyms, folks. Did you mean here to clear the messages here? You know? Is that what you meant? Maybe? So now, what do I notice with this, between this and the A320? The taxiing is I'm guessing it's more realistic because it's a big, heavy jet, and there's lots of momentum on your taxiing, and you got to really slow down for those tight turns. I kind of liked that, although I was taxiing like an idiot. I know, I was. But I like that because you got a sense of the heaviness of the aircraft, you know. So that was good. I like that. Manually flying this, however, there's going to be because of the weight on the momentum of the bigger aircraft. There's a lot more momentum. So when you turn left, it's going to take a while to start turning left. No. So that's going to happen. My takeoff, I know, is very shallow. I did that on purpose. Let's see. For shits and giggles, right? No, let me finish the comments first. For shits and giggles, I'm going to get a picture of the cockpit of the A330 compared, okay? So we'll see. And answer the question there from some random Philip. Johnny F73. Oh. Johnny F73. Ha, your left is the same as our left from the point of view of the computer screen. Oh, great. Is it okay? Thank you, Johnny F. Thank you, Johnny F. Thank you, Johnny F. Because my camera is reversed to me, so sometimes it's all screwed up. So we got away with the bit at the beginning. The dodgy bit at the beginning. Oh, hang on. Robert Time says to connect the dots, just put NA or TA on top of the page. Then after NARTA, oh, you're talking about the waypoints. You should have NARTA, clear everything in between to connect the dots, I guess. And that's, I think, what I did, Robert. Thank you. I just said direct, go direct to the nearest one, and that's fine. Now, we're probably not on the airways as we should be, I'm thinking, but it'll do for us today. It worked fine yesterday for me. I went from Dublin to Cork, you know, just to figure out the pad here, you know. Now, let's see if there's any other chats there. Okay, let's go to YouTube now. Sorry. Oh, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Let's get some eye candy in there. No contrails yet. Let's go back in the YouTube comments. Janet, Jente, Jant. I can't pronounce your second name there. Jant, thank you. It's off and one is on. That was when I was starting the engines. We like the Mantis that Clappy did before that. Someone, Philip, does the A330 run on less frames than the A320 or does it run better? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm going to have to take you out here for a moment, folks. The way I have mine set up is about the same. Now, I have VSync on. I don't know why this is giving me frame rates, but I have VSync on to 30 frames a second. That's what I'm hoping for. 30 frames a second is more than enough, folks, believe it or not. So what you do is, at least what I do, is I jam up the settings, the graphics, until I get 30 frames a second. But I think that's fine. I don't notice any difference whatsoever with the frames, to be honest with you. You know? Does it have distance to go? There we go. That's the answer to that question. It has distance to go. So I'll put that up at the top. I want to refresh all what's up here, folks. You know, I want to make that look gripper simmy. Do you know? I want to make that look all cool. On Fly Live, you know. So I can put in distance to go, and I will do it when I get to it, though. Bear with me, because the reason I'm saying bear with me, right, is because if you can see here, you're gonna have to bear with me. First thing is first. So I'll tell you what I'm doing here. Let me show you. Boom. Bit messy back here. Right, a little bit messy. All that wall is oh, that's my face. It's all blank there. It used to be a desk there and stuff. I'm starting to rejig my sim. That's what's happening. I'll make a quick video on it. I think that's only fair. I'll make a quick video on it when I finished it. So I'm doing it in my little office here for Flight Simmery business. And then I get to all this stuff, and I want to get to alerts and all that kind of crap. There we go. Now we got contrast. My question is, right? What the hell has happened to the contrast? They never used to look like that, did they? See the square boxes? I don't like that. I don't know why it's doing that. But that looks okay. From there, but not from there. There. Looks alright. So I'm not pleased with that. Continuing on with the comments. I'm going to get to Random Phillips' comment there about it look the same. We're going to have a look at the cockpit now and the web. Clappy D says, I think the tiller is needed to control it on the ground. I thought I had that setting. Good question. Let's see if I have that setting with the tiller, because it is hard to steer on the ground, right? You can have this setting in here for the tiller. Let's go here. Some options, I think. I'll tell you what, let's just go to the top here and just thrust reduction height, that's climb, yeah, that's fine. Acceleration height 1500 feet, acceleration out speed 1500 feet. Barrow, I want hectopascals and inches of mercury, hectopascals. ISIS metric altitude. No, passenger signs, no smoking or portable devices, I suppose that would be. Is that in the cabin? I don't know. VHF spacing, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the radius. So there's nothing there. Unit weight, that's American, that's European. Let's go back to settings there. Where is it? Sim options. No. I'm looking for tiller. Use calculated ILS settings. Okay, let's put that on. And then maybe that's why I'm not getting... Okay, let's put that on, whatever that is. Wheel chocks, yeah, Certicum's fine. And you can... when you get into this, by the way, you've got if you've got the Thrustmaster or whatever throttle you have, you've got to calibrate it. Which works very well. So they thought of everything, which is great. So we didn't see it about the tiller yet. Sim options, realism. ADRS align time. ADIRS align time, I have instant. Self-test time. Okay, that's fine. Boarding time, I have is instant. Autofill checklists, unrealistic. Home cockpit mode, I don't know what that is. Separate tiller from rudder inputs, there we go, right? So I don't have a separate tiller. So the tiller, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is a steering wheel. Where is he? Where's the tiller? Hotel. There's the tiller there. Right, so they actually steer on the ground with the tiller. So I have it. If I switch that off, where is it? Where are you? Here, just put my camera on here. I'm back. Separate tiller from inputs. Okay, so if you have a tiller separate, you can use something else. So the tiller. But now it's just mixed with the rudder pedals as far as I'm concerned. LCD keyboard input. So there's loads of settings here. It's quite a lot. Fly pad, so you got brightness and all that kind of stuff. The fly pad. You can use your keyboard as well. On-screen keyboard layout. English automatically shows on-screen keyboard. If you have that off, you can use your QWERTY keyboard that you have with your computer. Brightness, battery life simulated. Show status bar and all that kind of stuff for your fly pad on and the rest is about. So, made with love by contributors in Quebec, Germany, United States, Singapore, Indonesia, New Zealand, Australia, Spain, and United Kingdom, France, Netherlands, Sweden, and Switzerland. Fly-by-wires. It's actually modelled from the fly-by-wire. So they've taken the standard default flight sim, which is fine for Microsoft and so on. Then fly-by-wire took that and made it into the fly-by-wire as we know, and then they've taken this for the A330. Okay, that's fine. So we're good. So what are we speed-wise? We're going as fast as we can go, right? And we have 400 miles to go. Now the next thing I wanted to check was let's get a picture here of the A330 900 cockpit and compare it. Okay, let me see if we can get that picture downloaded. Okay. Okay. Can I download that onto the desktop? Bear with me. Okay, here's the actual picture, folks. Oh. Okay. So this is the actual cockpit. That is the same. Hang on, let me get those. Let's get some lights on here. Let's get the dome light onto bright, okay, so you can see what's going on here, right? So let's get that picture back. Where's the picture going? Oh, sorry about this. Sorry to take you out there, folks. Here is the real Airbus cockpit. Let's zoom in a bit here. So that is, see here and here. That's exact. That's pretty much exact. Not much difference here. Oh, there's something here. That's not there. I don't know what that is. It's not a very good picture. Damn it. I'll have to find another one. But they're generally the same, you know. Look here. You know, it's all the same. And Airbus, that's their thing. Because think of these guys. You know, some of these American airlines, they got Airbuses and they got Boeing 737s, they got CRJs and all these different airplanes. It costs them a lot of money to train all the pilots because lots of regulations. You know, but with regards to this and what we're looking at here, let me just move that there and have a look at the control port here. There we go. That's the same as down here. Do you know? So the thing with Airbus is, if you want to have an Airbus fleet, you can have all the different variants, but you don't have to train your pilots so much. You know? Because transitioning from an Airbus to a 737, that's another type rating. But it's a big thing with the airlines, I'm sorry to tell you. So it's all pretty much the same. Look. Except it doesn't have the window things here, this one. Yeah, let's get that picture a little bit more. There we go. So it's all pretty much the same. Do you know? Let's have a look at the comments. Just reading the comments here, bear with me. Brenda Berry thinks the sounds are better than the Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, I don't have them up very loud because it'll take over the... It'll take over the sim a little bit. But let me know if you want to put those engine sounds up a little bit more. Will I put them up a little bit more? Let's have a look. Oh, I'm sorry I took you out there. I forgot about that. My apologies, folks. Aircraft engines are up to 48%. I will hear them when we're recording. You're all saying hello to each other there. Let's get a view outside here. So anyway, I'm redoing my sim, so I have another window here. You know, to read comments from what I need more real estate here. So that'll be a thing. Rotor Reaper, some random Philip. Control Alt F3 is what you're looking for. The short is great. Or you're just talking amongst yourselves there. Right, okay, so no questions from me there. Oh, you're helping from Random Philip. From Random Philip says, I've got a weird problem in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can go to exterior camera, but not to the cockpit camera. I set the throttle exterior camera control up, but then it goes outside cam, not inside. It's odd. Yeah, I can't see what you're doing there. That's the problem. Some Random Phillips says, I was getting weird graphics when I was using the NVIDIA thing where you can change how the game looks. Alt plus A, I think. No, it's Alt F3. Right, it's Alt F3. Alt F3, so that I might be why you get the square box in the contrails. Oh, right, some Random Philip. Let's try then. There's the square boxes. Thank you. Let's have a look. Let's switch off my little... No. No. That's default. Looks a bit washed out after looking at number 1 here. Look. That's on. Now, I've nothing set for 2 and 3, so that's why I'm saying off. So that's... looks a little bit better than that. There you go. Now, there's no square boxes, but when you go in a little bit, square boxes. Oh, they seem to disappear as you go in though. Well, let's try that closer up then. Oh, don't hit Alt F4. Do not do that. I did that once. Switched off the computer. Off. Let's shut it down then. No. Alt F3. Oh, jeez, I didn't hit Alt F4 there. Whew. So I don't know. I think it must be in the settings I have set up there. Maybe it's something to do with God knows what. There we go. But the frames have died since update 11, so I've taken the trees down a little bit. You know, I've taken the trees down. That's it, and I'm on. I'm not on ultra. Oh, clouds are ultra, but everything else is at medium or high, should I say? High, not medium, but high. There we go. Anyone got Sky for Sim? Just learned about it today. Redcap asked about Sky for Sim. Let's have a look at this. Sky for Sim. Let's move the camera so we can maintain our eye candy goodness. Producer buttons is off again. Bear with me now, folks. Sky for Sim, Microsoft Flight Simulator Toolbox add-on. Take your simulation to the next level. Your ultimate Microsoft Flight Simulator Toolkit add-on. Realism. Stop breaking your immersion by removing your headset or minimizing Microsoft Flight Simulator. Everything you need is available from the cockpit. All the tools you need. Maps, weather, notepad, charts, checklist, flight planner and more. All you need inside Flight Simulator is Sky for Sim Pad. A VR add-on. So this will be saying straight away good for me for add-ons, you know. From our users' feedback, simply the most useful VR add-on for Flight Simulator. So straight away, they've done a very good job actually of explaining that. Straight away, obviously they have Sim Brief in there, the cockpit, they have all the tools you need because I've got windows all over the shop, don't I? So it's nice for that. So let's see if they got any screenshots. I don't know if it'd be useful for me right now. There's got a map there and all sorts of stuff. Producer buttons is jumping around the place. In the corner of my eye. It's not 8 o'clock, producer buttons, that's when you get your thing. So, can we get some screenshots up here now? Any more? I don't know what that is. So they've got moving maps, obviously. Okay, moving maps inside the same fine. So yeah, I mean, it is a quality of life thing for sure, products. Oh, you get a free version. And a premium for 18 euros. I'd like to see more pictures though. I'll click on it. Okay, so you get a pad there. Is that Sim Brief? And there's some multiple lines. Okay, so see what they've done here. They've got loads of filters and map filters and all sorts of stuff in there. So maybe investigation is warranted there. I don't see any Sim Brief stuff here yet because you have to come out of the sim for Sim Brief. Weather, okay. Flight log. Well, there we go. That's all the features. You get Sim Brief in a little pad inside the cockpit. That'll be nice. I'm just glancing through it. Can't see it yet. Yeah, a lot of stuff in there. I can't see any Sim Brief stuff there. Might be, but I just haven't seen it. So that's interesting. Sky for Sim. You know, some investigation is warranted. Ooh. No. Just once. You gotta wait till half an hour. There's a contrail there from another traffic aircraft. Do I have my traffic on? I think I do have my traffic on. I better. Injectors on. Great. That, I love the way that contrail looks pretty damn cool, doesn't it? That's just the live traffic. Now, let us see where we are and what's happening. We're going like a bat out of hell. We have 300 miles to go. So it's going to be quick. You know, it's going to be not... We're flying along big star. What are the winds up here? Oh, we got a little bit of a tailwind now, thankfully. 33 knots, probably 15 knot tailwind, I'd say. Maybe a little bit less. So it's not crazy winds up here. No, just winds. Producer buttons wants another thing with it beginning in it with a T. Do you know? Gripper, Shady, hiya, Shady. Greetings. He says, do you use a second screen? Yes. So I'm looking over here. I'm looking at the other screen. I think it's 48 inches. But I've got the chats from both Twitch and YouTube. I don't know if I should be doing that. Could you do that? Streaming both? Well, I'm doing it. So I have to move lots of windows around. It'd be nice to have one over here for like Navigraph but I got a wall here over this way, right? So I can't put anything there. So behind me, I'm planning to move it. Among other things, I'll get the camera here. So there used to be stuff behind me there. You can't really see it now. And there's furniture moved around and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm planning to do is put this in there in a way where there's more room for another TV. I have another old TV stored. As you can see, it's getting a bit messy. So I'm going to change the whole setup here. That's just my little office area there, and that's Buttons looking for a treat. That's Buttons looking for a treat there. So I want to move the whole rig so I can put one of the other TVs on my left side, and just make it, because when I moved here, you remember did I do a video when I moved in here? I don't know. I did. Yes. And I was kind of temporary, like the PC sitting behind. The TV sitting behind this monitor here. That's my second monitor there. No producer buttons. So, and the desk is taking up space of the desk there. You can't really see it. There you go. It's taking it's just all kind of. There's the setup there. It's all the stuff and things there. So it's all kind of. Yeah, I know you can't see it to the camera. I'll leave it on buttons there. No buttons. So I want to just streamline my setup. As intended 2 years ago. It's 2 years ago now. I've been here for over 2 years, and I haven't set it up properly yet. So I'm going to make it look really cool if I can. You know, once your cuteness knows no bounds. Do we have time, folks, for a treat for producer Buttons? I think we do. I think we have time to give producers an extra treat today, right? Do you think you'll get producer Buttons an extra treat? I think we'll get you a little treat, producer Buttons. Will we get you a little treat, producer Buttons? We'll get producer Buttons to do the treat then. And then I'm going to get ready for approach. So yes, Shady, I have a second screen, but I want another one. I just don't have. I just need to. You know yourself. I'm going to go now. Producer Buttons for a treat. Right this very moment, producer Buttons. What kind of treat do you want, the Buttons? Producer Buttons, for your hard work. I thought he'd bark again, but no. Come on, Buttons. Come on, producer. Come on, get your pay. Get your pay for doing nothing, producer Buttons. Folks, I'll be back in 9 seconds. 9 seconds. I'll be back. I know. Yeah. There you go. Just there you go. 9.5 seconds. I'm slipping, says Robert Times. Yes. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. And that's not acceptable. I am. It's just not on. But it's a big airplane now. We've got nothing to compare it to. But the wing wobble, I noticed. We're not going to get a wing wobbling up here, but very gentle. Maybe from here. Very gentle wing wobble. X-plane is very good for the wing wobbles. You know, that lives in the. You see, it's not them. It's not the people who make the airplane, but it's just not. It's not. It's kind of like this. It's not smooth, you know. It's not. And I know it's not a Microsoft Flight Sim, and they can do it. I don't know why. It's so jittery. It just looks like it's. Sometimes it's great. Other times it's not so great. See how jittery that is? But it has wing wobble, but it's just too. If you look at a wing, it's kind of very gently, kind of waving around. And this is just like you know. Let's have a look inside from the passenger seat there, shall we? See if that looks any better. Oh, it just never saves that camera setting for me. It never does. It's just not on. There we go. What is that? Is that the planet? Is that a planet there that's just to come into orbit? Okay, we can't look out that window. Front the passengers. Oh, that's my torch. That there. See that? Alt L. Alt L, folks. A little bit of funny kind of flickering there. I don't like that. You look at the other window. Is that any better? So you won't save the exact position. There we go. Now you can see it's not jittery from inside. See how smooth that's float. I'll just leave that on. It's very gentle. But outside it's different. That looks stunning, that wing wobble. It's very gentle. I'll leave it there for you. I zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let's leave it on there for a bit. So I like that. Some random Philip says, I'm surprised Emirates managed to buy an A380 for only 30 million. But apparently everyone wants the A380s now, I heard on some news thing. You know, I'm just going to switch off my face for the moment, if that's okay with you folks. I know it's not very colourful here because all the lights are gone in the background. You notice that? So I'm hoping maybe I'll get this set up. Maybe the weekend. Maybe for Monday or Tuesday. Maybe, you know. So I'm going to switch off. No, I don't need that one. We'll get rid of. Relief buttons come on. Relief buttons come on. Our passenger. I'll take my face off though. So I'm kind of playing with my office setup now. I tell you what, folks, I'm going to wreck your heads now if you don't understand. So I'm going to wreck your heads, right? I'm going to wreck your head. Look up studio setups or office setups on YouTube, right? Or IKEA hack. Some of these people have their little home office, and they've made it look absolutely stunning. You just want to be in there, do you know? You just want to be in there, and that's what I've been doing. I've been looking at those videos, and I might run a competition. Oh, I can't yet. I'd like to though. What I'll do is I have nothing to give away. There's no one's following. I know why that is though. It's okay. I'd like to do a competition, but I'll do one for free kudos. I'll just show everyone's setup if you want. What do you think about that? We do a setup kind of thing. It's not who's the winner, who's the loser. We'll just have a look at them all on the stream on a cruise one day, and just compliment people on their setups. You know. And I put on Discord temporarily, you know, a page or a section for pictures of your setup. Now be sure to, if you're taking one at night time with all the fancy lights, make sure you take one at night and one at the daytime.
Just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seatbelt belts clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating with the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Okay, I don't know what he just said there. How I haven't even checked. 200 miles. We're Why are we climbing? Why are we climbing? Why are we climbing? We're going down to 30,000 feet now. Why? Autopilot disengaged. Emergency, folks. Let's get down here. Let's get down here. Okay, we're coming down. We're going to Takeoff corner. Oh dear. Autopilot won't engage. Come on down. Come on down to Chinatown. Okay, so yeah, that happened. That happened. We just started to climb for no apparent reason. Maybe when I went outside I stepped on the, I don't know, on something. I couldn't have. I don't know what happened there because we were looking out the window. Right, we were looking out the window. Now it's climbing again. Oh my God. Put it towards me. They all went so smoothly yesterday when I was practicing this. Come on, let's go down now. Come on. Oh, it's gone nuts, folks. What's going on here? What in the mother of God is going on here? I'm going to take my time here. Yeah, the flight director came off. Everything came off. Does the flight director have to be on to automate everything? On down to 30,000 feet, please. Let's get that onto managed mode here. Managed mode, please. Come on. Nope. 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 No. Oh, I have to take it manually now. Okay, I'm pushing the nose forward here. It's just not going to happen. Oh, Jesus. Oh, now the passengers at the back have just rubbed their heads off the ceiling. Okay. Yeah, I told you this wouldn't go well. We'll fix it. I'm going to leave the autopilot off for now. So we're going to come down to 30,000 feet, and that would be 60 miles out. We want to descend. That's fine. Sorry, no, 90 miles out. Multiply by 3. So we're out of danger for now. We're manual. I want you push in. There we go. Push in. There we go. Push in. There we go. Autopilot now on. Now descent. Now we're going back on course. I don't know what happened there, folks. That's most unusual, isn't it? So that was when you leave the cockpit empty, folks. Thank you, Faststorm. WD says use chroma key and OBS and you can have any background you want in the stream. Yeah, I toyed with that in my old house. And I had that on initially when I started streaming, but here, I'll put the camera back on, sorry. I thought, I want a nice office though. Do you know? I want to, over time, it does take time though, because it does cost shekels, doesn't it? So over a long period of time, I've got little bits and pieces. And they're all stored, so it's all sitting there waiting to be implemented. So behind me it will be a different view, but it'll be my authentic view, do you know? I could take a picture and put a green screen behind me. I don't think there's a need for a green screen, really, is there? But it is the cheapest way. New cruising altitude to 30,000 feet. Thank you. Yes. Okay. How many miles to go now? We've got 184. We better start coming down. Okay, so let me think about this now. With this A330, it doesn't tell you. Look at this. It doesn't tell you when you got to descend, right? See that? It doesn't tell me when we got to descend. So now I've got to start getting things organised here very quickly because I've been too long chatting and we're going to come in for our approach. This could be a messy one, folks. Hopefully not like yesterday. Let's get the weather and all that stuff plugged in here while we're coming down. Enter destination data. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Performance. Next phase. We want to descend to QH where we're going to. QH is. Let's refresh the weather here. Can we refresh it here? Or does it do it automatically? Now here, for those of you who can't read the weather, there's the pressure, altitude, the wind speeds and the temperatures and everything. Look, that's nice for people who don't know this code. I just like the code because that's what I'm used to in the real world, right? So Lima Papa Mike Alpha, this is the ICAO identifier for for Madeira, right? It was issued on the 19th, which is today, at 1900 Zulu, which is just gone. What time is it now? Okay, it's 1946 now, so it might be another one due. The wind is 010, 16 knots, gusting 27. We're coming into runway 05. Okay, we're going to have a crosswind. Great. But the wind is varying 350 to 050 because there's a cliff on one side and the wind is probably coming from that angle. Visibility is 10k or more, that's in meters, 10 kilometers or more. Broken clouds 1600 feet, temperature 16, 2.9, QNH is 1028. QNH 1028. 1028. Just write something down here.
Traffic.
1028. The temperature I said was, I should put that in my memory there. Temperature 16. And the wind was 010 at 010 16 knots. 16. And we're going to have to put in our barrow here for the approach. Now I need to come down more now. Let's get down here. Let's get down to 3,000 feet for the moment. Traffic is the other people floating around. I'm going to come down to 2,000 feet. Push it in. I'm going to have to hurry it up, folks. We've got... I'm kind of guessing here now the descent path because it doesn't give you... Unfortunately, there's one big thing with this one. It doesn't give us a profile for descent. So I've no way of finding out, but it will tell us here. I should have started this earlier. I was too busy chit-chatting. Somewhere in here, calculator here is the top of descent. Let's calculate this. Manual input. I'm going to put 2,000 feet. Oh, and let me put it in now. Okay, maybe just sink it there. Sink. 90 miles out before the target, 89 miles out, so we are, gotta think fast here, 153, so we're okay. Alright, so it looks like we'll be okay, so we'll worry about that on the way down again. We're doing 300 knots, and maybe I can arrest my descent. What I will do is, if it messes it up, we're going to go Airbus descent rate, which will be a lot less. But 150, yeah, that's okay. So hopefully that will get us down for landing without having to do a go around. Right. Neither does it have a go around in here, I noticed. It doesn't program the go around. There's a few little bits and pieces. You know? That doesn't have... It's not like the Phoenix in that way that it's very realistic. And the funny thing is, you gotta think more without all these little bits and pieces that they add in, don't you? You gotta kind of work around it somehow. So as we come down then I can kind of go, well actually 84 miles, we've got quite a bit to go. Quite a bit to go, but we leave it there. Now, where was I? Let us get the plates out and Navigraph. Now I can get the Navigraph out on this pad, by the way. It does integrate with Navigraph. But I'd rather have another window for myself out here, but you want to see what's going on as well, so let's do that. Someone's flying in front of me here, which is LP Mike Alpha. Madeira, approach. We're coming into runway 05. No ILS. I'll go visual here. So there's no real minimums. Let's get a minimum here for something. No real minimums. Except for 940 feet. So we're going to put 940 in the, I think it's the radar 794. So 794. 794 will do. Oh no, there's the bar, excuse me. So what we want then is, in that case, 940. 940. There we go. So that's all in. Radnav, let's make sure those frequencies... Oh, it doesn't put the frequencies in either, very bold, but there's no frequencies. Because there's no ILS. There is a VOR though, 112.2. And the VOR identifier is fun, believe it or not. Let's put fun in. F-U-N. Boom. Fun, 112.20. 112.20. So I put in the VOR. At least we have a VOR there. We can do the VOR approach as well. So there's a lot of stuff that isn't in this one. Do you know what I mean? Like in the Phoenix. So I've got to do all this extra work here now. So let's put that in here. VOR. Oops, there we go. And that's pointing in the right direction. That's very nice. Let's put it in the first officer as well, just for shits and giggles. There we go. So now we know where the airfield is. There's someone flying in front of me there. Very bold. 20,000 feet now. 20,000 feet and flight plan 126 miles out. Let's see what this says. No, manual. How did I get to manual there? How did I calculate that there? 62 miles out. Okay. We just have to guess it. 19,000 feet now, and we are 123 miles to go. So we may be a little bit too low. We'll see what the computer does. Right, we'll see what it does in manage mode. And let's have a look at that person who's in front of us there. Making the TCAS go off. They're very naughty. There's the traffic. I'm cluttering up. There's Shady Sim back there, and there is Raptor X. I don't know, I can't see, or who was that there in the... It was the CRJ or something they were in. It's giving out about traffic. I didn't think it went kind of behind you. It must be that one there. Floating around. So that's the traffic. Let's match that up when it says inside. So the TCAS is working very nicely. It's going to be a sunset landing, folks. So there he is. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's someone right on top of us. Oh, it's someone inside. There's someone inside. Inside. It's like they're right in the actual... No. Must be that jet there. That's fine. Don't worry about that. A few other players there as well in Madeira. So 113 miles to go. So we've got loads to go. 15,000 feet. I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to hold it at 15. Do you know, we're going to be flying over the bloody sea now. There we go. Let's go to manage mode there. I'll climb back up now. There we go. So hold it at 15 for now. We recalculated our descent. 47 miles out. So 47 miles out we kick off our descent again. How about that? All good? So yeah, the only thing that this doesn't do is your descent profile. So you've got to work it out. Hence why they have this little gadget here. Just like fly-by-wire, which is nice. So the Phoenix is not to be said for the Phoenix. Now all these things, there's the lights here, they work fine. I don't know what that is for. PFD, normal 1 and 2. I don't know what that guy's for there. Well, you can't press it. So it's coming along. It'll happen slowly but surely. This will be, you know, set up correctly. So we're all under control, folks. No worries at all. We're doing 290 knots now at the moment on managed speed. Heading towards the sun. Okay, let's get some eye candy here, and I'll just remove my face just for the moment. There we go. We get rid of producer buttons cam there. She's having a little snooze. And let's have a look at the comments. We'll start with YouTube first. I'll go from the bottom. So I think tomorrow we're going to go back to the A320 for a while. Seeing as it's going to work 100%, you know, we know it. In all honesty, I flew this from Cork to Dublin yesterday. It was fine, except for the descent. You got to plan your descent. While I'm thinking here, let me just go back in here. So we're 15,000 feet, multiply 15 by 330, 45 miles out, 47, there you go. So that's my rule of thumb. So if we were going to descend now, right, so how many miles out do I need to descend to get to my altitude, my chosen altitude? Let's say it's on the ground, right? So 15 multiplied by 3 is 45. So I can, at 45 miles out, start my managed descent. It's typically 3 degrees, isn't it? So here, this is what it does for you. So sink it here, 15,000 feet, 47 miles. So I'm only 3 miles out. So that's very handy. And the landing I haven't figured out yet, with the distances and whatnot. So it's now saying 10 and 28. So how do I get the right... Oh no, it's in here. I put the runway direction in here. Where am I heading? There we go. So you actually type it in, it doesn't take it from SimBrief. So we're going into runway 05. 05. Okay, I know it might be different than that, but... What have I left here? Runway elevation. What is the runway elevation? Oh. Runway elevation is... Stand by. 146 feet. 146. 146. Oh, come on, type in, will you? 146. Now it says calculate. So we've got 3,000 meters. So that's great. That's great. Yeah, comments. Comment to Windows. Let's go to YouTube first. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up there because Scotty Air Bursa 320 says the A330 throttle and turning was always dodgy for some reason. The A330 throttle and turning was always dodgy for some reason. Are you referring to on the ground maybe? Turn your flight director back on. Oh, that was ages ago. Valstrom, thank you. Chroma key in OBS, and you can have the background. Oh yeah, we talked about all that, so I've caught up with those comments there. And on Twitch there, Flying Michi was helping me there. He goes, turn the flight director back on. Just behind you. Flying Michi was just behind me. That's Flying Michi then flying around. Great. That's me in the Fano. Great. Okay, cool. So no followers today, folks. No new followers. The reason is the reason is all the big streamers on Flight Sim are streaming at this time. Do you see? So they won't see me, which is fine. Maybe over time. At one point I'd like to start the morning streams again, but I don't know if I'm going to get the time to do that. My schedule is still in the planning mode. So that's why that is. Better not listen to that anymore. We're going on to stand by there now. I've switched the TCAS off there. Because the warnings are saddening. I produce the buttons, actually. Yep. How many miles left to go now? 69. So 45. I think I set this to 2,000 feet, folks. 2,000 feet. And 47 miles out. 46 feet there. No change. Now, will that work? Let's try it. 43 miles out, I'm going to start my descent. Of course, I'm wasting loads of fuel flying like this because I descended quite early. We're good for fuel. Got tons of fuel. Literally, more than enough. There we go. So yeah, the Phoenix is the ultimate. Are Phoenix planning something new? Are they doing the A330? You know, they should be able to because it's mostly the same. Does anybody know if the Phoenix are planning something new? Let's have a look. I'm opening up another page here. Phoenix A330. I don't think they have. I look here from time to time, and there's nothing new here on their website, the Phoenix website, which is a shame. And do you know what? It's you know, I have to say to you folks, very reasonable price for Phoenix. 50 pounds. You know, it used to be like 100 odd for PMDG on X-Plane. So Phoenix have done a great job. They really have. You know, it is now my favourite aircraft, as well as the PMDG. Do you know? Yeah, let's get the comments up here again. Managing Windows. I'm managing lots of Windows, folks. Aerosoft is making the A330. Oh, Brenda Berry says Aerosoft on YouTube there. Brenda Berry on YouTube, honoured, by the way, member of the YouTube channel. Aerosoft is making an A330. So Scotty D, an honoured member. Aerosoft. Let's have a look at Aerosoft. I didn't see any news coming from them. They have a news page, press maybe. Oh, let's go back. I saw something there. Oh, let's open up another bloody page. Aerosoft. They're making games as well. Coach Simulator. Flight Simulation News. Flight Sim Studio E-Jets. Oh yeah, don't buy that. Don't buy the E-Jet 175. It's a beta. It's an alpha actually. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So the E-Jets... I don't think Airsoft developed the E-Jet. I think they just distribute it. So that's not their fault. Some good airports there. Latest news. They're all over the shop here. Zombie Cure Lab. Airsoft offshore landmarks, North Sea. Well done if you're a helicopter dude. Nothing about the... Doesn't have anything about the, you know, City Driver, your car simulator. They may, you know the way they just release it now? A lot of things are coming out in March. So, Explain add-ons. Explain. Do you remember Explain? It's a shame that they don't have the money because they are very good. The guy in Explain's very nice. He made it himself. He's a genius, I have to tell you. Austin Myers. I feel bad for them, but they'll catch up. Can't see anything here. Lots of train simulators and stuff, but they distribute stuff as well, obviously air stuff. But are they actually making it? Do you know? I don't know. It's obviously a developer somewhere. But it'll happen in time, but it does take a long time, doesn't it? So we're coming in. Good. Where are we now? We are... oh, geez, we're 32 miles out. What descend, will you? 32 miles out. Let's activate approach phase early. Approach phase and performance. Activate approach phase. Should I be doing that? I should be accelerating really, but it's too late now. Can I undo approach phase? That's something I never learned. Okay, so we're coming down. Hopefully it'll manage it somehow. So wow. 28 miles. Bugger. So what I can do is increase the speed, I've been told. So it's 600 feet a minute. Let's kick it up to 300 knots here. And that actually, the jets fly a little bit differently to the little ones I fly. So let's push that towards me, please. 300 knots, give me 300 knots. And let's see there's our rate of descent increasing now. Now that nose is going below the horizon. I don't know if I'd like that as a passenger. Do you know? Well, we certainly increased our rate of descent. Does it give us anything about our profile here if I go to Prague? No. Nothing about profiles there. It's an awful pity. So we're going to have to manage this, folks. Okay, so we're coming up on 10,000 feet now. I'm going to put the landing lights on. Nose is going to come on to take off. Approach mode is armed. Safety belts is going to come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat.
Can you hit these again to tell them we're coming in?
We'll be offering more drinks shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers.
No idea about the profile. We were really diving.
If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures.
Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. And if you're watching from YouTube, do subscribe if you've watched this more than twice. Do you know? I closed out that window there now. I'm missing all the comments on YouTube. Boom. Yeah, you see, there's lots of other people streaming now, which is why we don't get a lot of followers. But that's fine. It's between us, folks. It's a private club. So thank you, Brendan. They're making an A330. It'll happen, you know. Let's get my seat a little bit down here. So do subscribe. It costs you nothing. And then you can hit the bell and it'll tell you. It'll tell you when I'm streaming or when I make a video or anything like that. Any activity. And you can just switch off the bell. Can we get one subscriber on YouTube? Who's watching on YouTube? There's 19 of you watching, right? 19 of you. Someone hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. I want to see, here's one. I want to see my thing come up. The alert. Send me an alert. And if you're watching on Twitch, right, hit the follow button. Robert Time says, give time for the aircraft to decrease speed again. You're absolutely right. So let's do that early because it's going to take a while with this big airplane. Let's push that button in. Let's start slowing down. I put some brakes out here. I'd rather be too low than too high. Let's come down to circuit altitude, 1,500 feet. Here we go. 1,500 feet. Is it set? Oh, it's not telling me here. Isn't it telling me here? Why not? I'm going to be too high, folks. Let's switch to standard. Come on. Come on. Jesus. Oh, you. 1028. 1028. You're not descending enough for me, I'm afraid. I'd like to take over manually now. Autopilot off. Auto throttle off. Let's zoom in. 10 miles. Flaps 1. Gear down. I may have to go around. More than likely. Yeah, I'm too high. Oh, we got one. David Taylor. Thank you, David Taylor. Just subscribed. So it's working. David Taylor, thank you very much. Thank you very much to David Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Let's give him a round of applause there. We're going to fly this manually in, as it is a visual approach. We're gonna do an orbit here, a right-hand orbit, just to start coming down a little bit because we're a little bit too high. Little bit too high, which is fine. Let's just not lower the nose below the horizon. I'm going to add a little bit of power just to keep those engines spooled. Or you want to keep those engines spooled because it takes a while to add power. So now with the nose down attitude, David Taylor, thanks you very much again for that. Is there anyone on Twitch that wants to hit the follow button? So David did his job. Thank you, David Taylor. I hope you're enjoying the stream. So I just looked at YouTube. There's loads of the big guys doing their streams, so not a good time for me to be doing it, is it? No. I don't know the approach speed of this. I'm guessing it's under 140. It's a little needle there, 130 something. Oh, this is a very big airplane. It's like the 172. It's very floaty. So I know there's no comparison, but like 38 knots there on approach. Okay, we'll go 140. We'll put a few knots on for the wife and kids. Let's straighten her up here. We'll put a few knots on for the wife and kids. Seeing as it is bumpy. And we'll take this down to 1,500 feet and fly it manually. It's going to be quite tricky now to fly this manually, in all fairness. But that's what it is. Oh, look at that view. Look at that. Let's go flaps 2. Going down to 1,500 feet now. And flaps 3. Clear stand 3 greens. Landing lights, etc. I think I put them on already. Yeah, we want to arm the spoilers. We want the brakes on to... we put them on medium. We're good. All under control. Too slow though. You see the way I looked out there? And we went very slowly, very quickly. Now I'm looking for a power setting here over to my right. Toby eye tracker won't load. There we go. Maybe 60% of both engines will do. Let's start turning in now. No, we're only 11 miles out. I need a little bit more with this big aircraft. So I take that speed. That's power setting at 60% of both engines. The throw on the throttle is very limited, so it's quite bumpy. You can see the yellow speed here. It's accelerating, decelerating a great deal. You see that? So the sun's just gone below the horizon now. What a bummer. Now we start turning in. 12 miles to go. Let's get that turn going. Now we're going to lose a little speed the turn, increase the power a little bit. I want to descend to 1,500 feet, not climb. Easy now. There's a few more passengers who hit their head off the roof in the back. We'll keep 160 knots. I'm going to leave the flaps where they are for the moment. There's the runway over there. That looks good to me. Let's keep it going. Let's keep descending, not climbing. Is it bloody... That's just wrong, that is. So we're all good. Let's get that speed back now a little bit. There's the runway. This is going to be a very nice landing, folks. Let's just slow down a little bit. Let's take a little bit more power off. Not all of it though. Use the brakes on it a bit. .26 in either side of the engines. That is fine. Can't quite make up the poppies. I think they're all red at the moment. So we level it off here at 2,000 feet. Keep the throttle on. We're going to go full flaps now. Oh, the throw is terrible on the throttles. I put it a quarter of an inch. There we go. So it takes a while for it to spool up. That's way too slow now. Very nice. We got a dead headwind now. We're going to get bumps coming over that hill, so I'm going to put another few knots on for the wife and kids, so to speak. Let's get the control camera on. Oh, come on. There we go. 160 knots, too fast now. I'm sure of it. Okay, now we're getting poppies. We're getting indications to the poppies now. Full flaps. Gear down. Lights are on. Are they? See, I hate having to do this in the final approach. Whereas the real thing, you can just look up and flick. I don't know if they should be on or not, but they're going on now. Okay, we're still good. No crosswind, a little bit from the left, so it's going to get bumpy, possibly. A little bit slow as well. No, I don't like that. Come on. Come on. The throttle is tiny. I don't want to be too fast, too slow. 1,000 feet to go, or 1,000 feet above the ground now at the moment. It's going to decrease quite rapidly. Come on, a little bit of power. 50% power, 60% power now.
1,000.
Now it's getting bumpy. Yeah, speed tape's going crazy. Okay, we'll take that. And gears down, flaps are full. And very nice. Okay.
500.
Good.
400.
Yeah, we're scaring the shit out of the people who live in those houses, I can tell you that much. I'm getting too high now all of a sudden. I'm getting rubbed off there, like.
100 above.
Get the engine smooth slightly.
Pull up. Pull up.
That's not
Pull
nice.
up.
Just a little bit low there towards the houses. I think you should turn in before that. I think that's how it works. Come on. Got the poppies. And 25% of the engines.
500.
Good to go.
400.
We're landing. We're stable. We're landing. Coming a little bit low below the poppies. It always takes me too high. And I don't get to touch down markers. I don't know if that's realistic or not. Now, I'm adding a bit of power here. That's not enough power on.
400.
Now we've got more power. There we go. Feels like we're going very slow. Don't get choppy on me now, Microsoft flights. 140 knots, that's what I want. Now, all of a sudden we're too high.
300. 200. 100.
Okay. Come on.
50.
Come on. See?
40. 30. 20.
Got those wrong.
Retard. 10.
Let's make this a little bit higher and landing. Of course, it's all very messy in the rudders. Come on, Nosewheel. Down you come. I didn't even have to use reverse. It's like... Oh, that's not right. The Nosewheel should have come down way before then. Well, we're down safely, folks. All good. Flaps are up. Brakes are off. And we can turn in. So for the replay, we're going to have a look at... We're going to change it to daylight now. When you look here, this is a bit now with the This one, it's very, you got to really slow down to get that turn. In fact, you got to do a bit of differential braking, folks. It's a lovely airport. It's a very well done modelled airport. And we'll have a look. I'll show you now. This Madeira. It might be... Oh, see, you look down for a second and it's all over, folks. Come on. I don't know if this aircraft is supposed to be coming in here. But the airport seems long enough, according to the sim calculations. But it's nice dusk. I think the taxiway might be a bit too small. Let's just halt here for a second and clean up, will we? Stop. We'll leave the wing light on. Get you off. Get you to taxi. You can turn. I don't know if that should be on. And that's that done. Let's disarm stuff and things. Let's put you back. Flaps are up. Brakes are off. Radars off. The predicted wind shear is only that is working.
5.
And we're good. And I said we'll have a look outside. Oh, we're a little bit off the taxiway there, folks. Let's get some daylight in here because you won't be able to see anything for the replay. That'll do. That'll do nicely. So where are we going to park? I think we should park maybe at the end here. Very bad parking. Who is this? Who parks like that? You're very bold. You're very bold. Who's in the 747 park like that? That's very naughty. Oh jeez, I'm turning off the runway myself. You see, that's what happens. That's what happens. No crazy parking, please. D, greetings. He said I spilt my wine, or she said D. They spilt their wine. They spilt their wine. It was tense. Well, it wasn't for me. I think I knew I had it under control. I think I was happy, wasn't I? Now, full rudder. See, it's not really turning. I'm braking a little bit in the left. See, it's not turning, folks. I'll go to the next one. Come on. No wonder. Come on. Now, I'm going to put the right power on the right engine. Come on, move now. It's a bit of a fecker to taxi, folks. Accurately. Come on. Yeah, you can't taxi the damn thing. I'm braking on the left and I have power on the right engine only. And then it accelerates. No. This is the hardest part of the stream, folks. This is you can't taxi the damn thing. Come on. No. Okay, we're going to stop here. Big stop. We'll put the flaps back down. Flaps are coming back down. And of course the AP should be on as we're taxiing out. But we're not going to do a return flight because it takes hours. I like to do the return flights though, but short hops. So that plane, obviously I don't think they'd have that aircraft coming in here because the taxiways are too small, and they're not going to have that aircraft in here. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't looked it up. It's too big. Won't fit the taxiways. Look at the size of the Ryanair there beside it. That's the size comparison, folks. Isn't it ballistic? Let me show you this airport. I'm just going to speed up the camera a little bit. So this is Madeira. Right, so you believe me. And what they've done is they've built the runway, excuse me, onto it. I think there's a road underneath that, right? But that's what they've done. They've actually extended the runway out and just built onto the island, really. Do you know? So it's quite fascinating. I'll just declutter there. Just say hello to the boys before. There's Shady Sims with us, John C's with us, G Cook Scotland, Raptor X, Red Cap, and I think that's it for the moment. But I wonder what happens in the side. Is it a touristy place to come for, Let's declutter now. Is there someone off there, one of ours on final there? Did I see somebody? No, there's John C. So very good. An interesting scenery, and it's interesting place to fly to. Do you know? But it does take a while to get there, as you can see. Straighten the camera there, sorry about that. But it's one of the earlier airports that came out, so they don't have any interiors, but that's fine. Maybe they'll update it, who knows? You know, they have to update these things so the new technology comes out so they can sell them, you know? So that's where I sit. So let's have a look at the replay. Listen, love. I'm not moving. I can't do it. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's have the look at replay, please. Replay. Okay. I will chat then. Stop recording and replay. Sorry I missed the takeoff. We went whoop-de-doo. Look at this. Look how dark it is here, right? Why is it getting brighter? Because we're going towards the sun. Isn't that fascinating? Here's where I dropped down to.
2,500.
So we're a little bit far out, that's fine. This is when I was turning in. Now, of course, it doesn't animate the gear for the replay. It doesn't animate the reverse thrusters or anything, unfortunately. But I think I had the gear at that point down anyway, didn't I? Well, maybe it does animate the gear. I think it does. Let's have a look at that wing wobble, folks, while we're flying, right? I like that engine sound, right? That does please me. Getting a bit of reflection of the glass there, but that's okay. So you can see the wing wobbling there when you're adding more, you know, when you straighten up there, there's more lift over the wing. That's kind of cool. Let's have a look at the other side. That's where we're coming into the island to get a better view there. Sorry for that. Just popping through there. I'll fix that. Let's get back a bit. There, I'll zoom in, maybe I'll fix that. There we go. So we're just turning on to final here now, manually. It's difficult with the manual thrust because there's not a lot of throw. And when I get my setup eventually, I'll have a camera so you can see my hand on the throttle quite clearly, I hope. I'm hoping for that to happen. So we're turning on to final here now, and you can see the wing wobble. I like that. It's very gentle. Not from outside, only from inside. See that? See a little bit more? So what do I think of this A330? It's very good, but I with the vertical nav stuff, you know, it's not the Phoenix. It hasn't got the detail as the Phoenix, but it certainly has the potential, and I love the wing wobble from inside. I think there's a difference between the wing wobble from inside and outside, so that looks perfect to me. See that? I just like those little details, you know. Throw space back to the cockpit. So looking from the outside here now, it's a bit jittery. Oh, now it's okay. That's very smooth now. Whereas before in the cruise it was jittery, wasn't it? Maybe it was the frame rates. So that's pretty good though. No. Ivan McCarthy's with us. What's the crack, he says? We're coming into Madeira. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. We had a long stream. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. D-spelled her wine though, Ivan. Alright. Nice-ish landing, says Flappy D. It was nice-ish. It was a little bit, it just gets wobbly on the ground. They all get wobbly on the ground, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just a little bit too wobbly on the ground. Flying Midge is coming in. Robert Times, be sure to give the airplane time to decrease speed again though. I think I worked through that, didn't I? And Flying Midge says, Skipper Sim, did you try any of these airports we recommended from Paris? Yeah, I did. The guy who lives in Kiev, Ukraine, and makes Glasgow, Edinburgh, and a lot of top quality airports. I did, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for YouTube to come through. I'm waiting for the end of the month because I've no funds. Because, as you know, all goes back to the sim. So we're going to do a trip for sure from in Ukraine. That's going to happen. You know, I hope it's not politically incorrect for whatever reason. But we're going to do that. That's going to happen, right? I think we'll stick with this view here, no? Stick it here. We'll do a few different views. Maybe there. We leave it there for the moment. I want to get the nose wheel in as well, though. Get the nose wheel in there. There we go. Kick it there. There's a helicopter flying around. Just hang tight, produce the buttons. We're almost done there. Produce the buttons. Produce the buttons. Just pleased. But the wing wobble outside now looks fine. But it's just it's unfortunate now because I'd like to fly more of this. But there's new ones coming out. Ian Beverly says my best landing yet, and that's not saying much. Well done, Ian. Oh, who's going to spoil my touchdown now? Who's that? Go on, away with you. Away with you. Bit high in landing, I agree. All of a sudden I was too high. There we go. Yeah, big float. Big float. And there we go. Oh, I like the wheel animations. That's really cool. That's very cool. Now, the sounds aren't recorded, as you know. I didn't even need reverse thrust. I didn't need reverse thrust at all. Let's have another look under the landing gear. Have another look from here, folks. Oh, we got a bing. We got a bing. Oh, wow. Redcap has become a member, folks. Redcap has become a member. Redcap, thank you very much. That's good news. Redcap upgraded membership to Lieutenant Colonel. Wow. Redcap, thank you so much from all of us, actually. Even Buttons is excited. Producer Buttons is excited. He's jumping on my arm here. Let's get that view here. It's going to start kicking off. Redcap, ladies and gentlemen, has become a Lieutenant Colonel on YouTube. Everyone. Yeah. Thank you, Redcap. Thank you, Redcap, for that. I appreciate that. Now, at some point now, when I get my studio sorted, I'm going to call it my studio because it sounds fancy. It's just an office. It's a spare bedroom. It's fine. And I'm going to get to all those cool alerts. It's a bit of fun. It's getting choppy here now for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. But I love the wheel animations. They've done good there, haven't they? And it's free. Headwind simulations, folks. The A330. See, that's the float there I did. I don't know how I managed that. But we had loads of runway. Look at off the central line there. Look at that. I love the wheel animations. Yeah. You see, a firm landing is a good landing, folks, sometimes. You want to pop that wheel down. And of course the sound isn't recorded, which is a pity. Let's have a look from the passenger view. Let's see how frightened they were. Pause replay. Back a little bit. Oh. Let's go back just a tiny bit more. Zoom replay. I need to get back into the cockpit and get that window view. Fix that window view quicker soon. There we go. Look at the wing wobble. It's stunning. So when they get this up to just the navigation is all that bothers me about this. That's all. It's just the navigation is all. And it's not. It's great fun to fly, isn't it? You know. Look at that wing wobble. It's absolutely perfect. So I retract my statements from earlier on. Wing wobble is one of the best I've seen, to be honest with you. I think it looks really cool. Now, the whole sim will jutter because I've got FS Realistic playing. Let me just get rid of FS Realistic there if I can. Use the buttons to make it very difficult for me to actually get FS Realistic. Okay, we'll do it on the next one. Producer buttons is standing my arm there. Don't worry, producer buttons. I know it's 8 o'clock and you want your thing to happen. She wants her treat to happen, folks. That's what producer buttons wants. Isn't it? It's the cuteness. It's the cuteness. get the other camera on here. How can you get mad at that face? How can you get mad at that face? You can't. It's just impossible. Here we go. Here's the touchdown. It's okay. It was okay for the passengers. Look at the way the wing sags now, 'cause no lift on the end of the wing. There's the nose wheel going down. No animations from the throttle. Or sorry, from the reverse thrust. I need to eat something. Happy days, folks, happy days. Control... Oh, let's activate the screen here. Control Shift. Boom. So, tomorrow we're going to do some A320 stuff again. And I'll be back in my element in that way. Now, let's have a look at some of the boys who are landing here, actually. Who is this? I'm tagging up here, but it's not showing me. Someone's doing circuits here. You keep doing those circuits, man, and you're going to get it ace. I've never done this. I should really be doing circuits. Maybe I think one day I'll do a stream with circuits. And I can't see the tag, which is very displeasing. In the Boeing 747 there, very nice. Red caps there, Raptor X is the 737. Is that the PMDG? That must be the PMDG there. That's the PMDG, no? Very nice Raptor X. How did you get on? I hope you got on well. So there's red cap there. That's Shady Sim that did the landing in the 748 there. Ian Bevo, John C's at the gate there as well, and Flying Midge is in the Capri, which I cannot see, probably because I don't have the livery for it. So yeah, the check stuff's coming up. Sorry, not check, but when that happens, I'll do that flight in I've lost my brain there for a moment, folks. Crime. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh, suspense. You know when you have I have the word in my head. Rather than slapping his head off. We're going to buy the airfields in the Crimea. Even Buds is kicking off here, folks. Buds, I can't remember the name of the big country. What are we going to do? What's up, producer Buds? Can you do that again? It'll happen. In Kiev, right? We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Johnny C, apologies for parking. That's okay. That's all. I couldn't park either, to be honest with you. So, folks, tomorrow is Friday. So the end of the week is upon us for another weekend, and I'll be on tomorrow and the Airbus A320. I'll think of somewhere to go. I don't have the cash just yet to buy the airfields that we want to buy for Kiev, right? For Ukraine. So we do a Ukraine stream, right, for the airports that are no longer there. Bloody Russians, can't stand them. Oh, I got political there for a second. By the way, before I go, thank you very much for David Taylor, who subscribed, and Red Cap, who became a member. In fact, he's a lieutenant colonel now. Thank you very much, folks. I'll see you tomorrow, as I do every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6 o'clock Irish UK time local. And of course, Sundays at 2100 hours local, which is 9 o'clock in the evening. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks for joining us today. George, look, George, why don't I get your landing there? George is flying the 146. Very nice, George. I don't know if he's with us. Here's Shady Sim coming in for landing. I was hoping to get someone coming in for landing. Sorry about this, folks. What I'll do is, when we're on approach next time, right? When we're on approach next time, I'll ask you to do a circuit if you wanted to. Tail strike. Shady Sim, way nose too high. Your speed's too slow, probably. That's why. 747. Anyway, look, guys, I'm the biggest outro ever. Buttons is getting displeased, aren't you, Buttons? And I'm gonna go, and I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Folks, thanks a million, and I'll see you very, very soon. Ciao, ciao.